there's one thing that comes to mind when you think about two different high schools in one district, it's competition. In the Colonial School District, however, Plymouth Whitemarsh High School and Germantown Academy, two high schools, one public and one private, have joined forces with the Whitemarsh Township Police Department to create the SAFE Coalition. And one of the coalition's biggest efforts this year has been a campaign to encourage students in the community not to text and drive.
Hi, I'm Fran Wheatley, a sergeant, Whitemarsh Township Police Department. This morning we're at Germantown Academy in Fort Washington, Pennsylvania, where we're running a campaign with Project Ignition and the National Youth Leadership Council. Our campaign here at GA and at Plymouth Whitemarsh High School is about taking the pledge. It's about the dangers of texting and driving, and we're trying to get awareness to the students, to the faculty, and to the parents about the true dangers of texting and driving.
The campaign the two schools are using is Take the Pledge, Don't Text and Drive. To support this campaign, officers and students have been working together to hold pledge drives, such as one in the hall between classes at Germantown Academy and one outside the cafeteria at Plymouth Whitemarsh High School.
Thank you.
To help reinforce the Take the Pledge, Don't Text and Drive message, students are hanging posters and banners throughout the two schools. SAFE Coalition members wear t-shirts, and each student who signs the pledge gets a finger band.
The bands, who has the bands? Let's just show these off a little bit. You have a band, Dan? So our pledge, you're going to tell what happens with the pledge. Tell us what the students will get, and we're going to try to get as many as possible.
So everyone is going to sign their name on a pledge, and we're going to just have a huge pile and see how many we can get. And hopefully it's a lot. That'd be really good.
To kick off the campaign and show the negative consequences of texting and driving, both schools watched a moving video produced by AT&T entitled The Last Text.
The film is intense, so if you'd like to talk about it afterwards, counselors and teachers are available.
My mom had sent me the video a few months ago, and I figured it would be great to show the whole school just because even I'm guilty of texting and driving, and it was a really great thing for everyone to see, just like normal people like them getting in these accidents, and it was traumatizing to watch, and I really think that by seeing that, people will stop texting and driving.
To prepare for another assembly, several students had the opportunity to take part in a driving simulation activity where they experienced firsthand the dangers of texting and driving.
Okay. Because, probably. While you're texting?
Well, I had always known that texting and driving was not a safe thing to do, but in the simulator, it makes you realize that it's very easy to get into an accident just for looking down at your phone for 2 seconds.
Okay, I'm going to be sitting in the back of the car, and you're going to hear my voice. You're going to be driving, and I'm going to say, okay, Melissa, text now. So just pick up the phone and start texting, whatever message you want.
A team from the law offices of White & Williams and Street Safe Driving Academy brought the simulator to the high schools and recorded the students driving and the reactions for a separate assembly where small groups were able to watch the video and talk about texting and driving.
Responding to a meaningless text message.
But the SAFE Coalition's efforts to curb texting and driving doesn't stop at the high schools. The students also brought the campaign to the community at events like Whitemarsh Township Day.
As the technology gets more and more available, this sort of problem also becomes more prevalent because teenagers are on their phones while they're driving. So in order to stop these accidents that happen because of texting while driving, we need to really get the message out to the community.
While many people will continue to think of Germantown Academy and Plymouth Whitemarsh High School as rivals, the SAFE Coalition and Take the Pledge, Don't Text and Drive campaign show how the two schools can come together to benefit one community.
I think it's cool that multiple schools are getting in on the same thing together, because then people who hang out with other people from different schools can say oh yeah, I heard about that too, and maybe formulate some kind of talking about it and spread it around a little bit more. And it's just a better way of getting it out there and getting it to everybody.
Through the SAFE Coalition's efforts to date, more than 1,300 people have signed the Don't Text and Drive pledge, which means more than 1,300 safer drivers in the community. As Plymouth Whitemarsh High School and Germantown Academy students head into their end-of-year activities and look forward to their summer vacation and the texting temptations that come with it, the members of the SAFE Coalition will continue to spread their message.
Take the pledge, don't text and drive!